What's good, you guys? I hope you are doing great. Today we have two of our very close friends, Happy, who has a very positive perspective and seems to be happy in everything that he does. On the other hand, our second close friend, Saddy, he seems to have a very negative perspective, and even though he has a few good things going around him, he seems to have a very negative perspective and seems to be sad all the time. Well, Saddy comes over to Happy's house to have a conversation, to meet his long gone friend, and they have a very interesting conversation which we can find out only after watching the video. So let's get started. Hey, what's up? What's up,
Come
bro?
sit.
What's happening?
I'm seeing you
after so long, man. So tell me, what's happening? What have you been doing these days?
Nothing, man. I'm having a very boring life these days. I feel like this pandemic doesn't seem to have an end. I am not doing well with the work that I'm doing. I am bored all day at home. I have no friends to meet. No college. Dude, college is shut. And I just feel like this is a very bad phase for me.
Yeah, man. Honestly, man, I miss college too, and I wish I could get those days back and go back to college and meet all our friends.
So, I spoke about my boring life. Now, I want to know more about your interesting life, because I know you have a very interesting life, even though this pandemic was already a toll on me. But I know you have been figuring things out and you've been doing very well. So tell me about your life.
Nothing much, man. I am trying to utilize the time that we have, not focusing on things that are outside of my control. So I read books, I work out regularly, and I'm doing a part-time internship.
Wow.
So most of my time is spent doing all these things, and the time that remains I spend it with my family and my friends in my building. So that's what I've been doing. But until I know you, there's something else going on. And if you want to share it, I'm your friend, you can do it right now.
Yeah, there is a secret that no one knows, and I just am having a very rough phase. I actually am having a fight with all the friends that I have, so we don't really talk anymore. And that anger that I have is projected on my family. So everything that I do is just going haywire, and the relationships that I have are not in place. It feels like I am very bad at communicating, and every time I try to speak something, I have very good intentions for all of them. It's not like I don't feel for them, but I try to do something good, I say something, but it ends up meaning something else only, and I have no clue what to do about it.
Alright, firstly, your secret is safe with me, so don't worry about it. Secondly, I've had a similar situation where I was about to lose a very important relationship, but because of the communication skills that I learned, I was able to save it. And lastly, the books that I've been reading and the knowledge that I've been consuming, here are a few tips that might help you. Firstly, communication is about expressing yourself. And I know that you are a shy person and it might be difficult for you to communicate. Well, here's a tip for you. Let the other person open up about themselves. So you start by asking questions about the other person, and once they open up, you'll be able to connect to them and you will feel more confident opening up about yourself.
Wow, that's great. So does that mean that every time they give me an opinion about them and I connect to them, I can interrupt and tell them that, bro, look, this was great, or I connected with you?
No, that brings us on to the second point. That is to be an engaged listener. Every time you have a communication, let the other person speak their point. Try and understand what they are telling you. And after you empathize with it, then you speak up in a way that doesn't harm your emotions, and neither do they feel bad when you speak about it.
Wow, those are two great tips. But there's one thing that I'm still confused about, and that is I don't get clarity about the words that I have, and I tend to feel very sad about it. I feel like I've turned into a very sad person.
Alright, I have another tip for you, and that is journaling. Let me introduce you to my success journal. Well, here it is. Journaling is a process through which you get mental clarity.
Okay.
So whenever you write down things about whatever you want to achieve, you will feel much more confident doing it, and you will get clearer on whatever you want. So if you want to get better at communicating, this is the journal, this is a planner that will help you do it.
Okay, that's very interesting. Probably journaling is one thing that could be a life changer.
But as we speak about communication, it's backed by science. And talking about science and the tools that help you grow, I want to talk about the tips that you learned from this conversation. And I'm sure you won't feel shy opening up about yourself as I shared my story about the communication, about the relationship that was saved. So tell me about yourself. Tell me about the tips that you learned through this conversation.
Sure, I will repeat and tell me if I'm wrong, alright? First is to express myself properly. And if I'm not able to express, I'll wait for the other person to open up, and then if I'm comfortable opening up, I will start speaking. Secondly, I'll be an engaged listener. So whatever is happening, whatever they're trying to tell me, I will understand it. Thirdly, I will empathize with it, and then I will speak. And lastly, I will use a journal on a daily basis so that I can get mental clarity and help me in achieving whatever I want.
That was great. You're a fast learner. Your sad days are over, Saddy. You're probably gonna get you a new name.
By the way, you said that you've been reading a lot of books and you've been consuming a lot of content. So who have you been following and how did you learn this?
So I've been following a few pages, and one of them is the doerstrive.co that helped me with all the stuff.
I think I've heard about them. I'm going to follow them right away.
That helped me improve myself regularly in small ways so that I can have impactful results over a greater period of time. And there are another set of people that I'll list in the comment section so you can check it out as well. And if you like them, you can follow them as well. And I hope this helps you. And I'll see you next time. Bye, I gotta go. So guys, how was the video for today? If you were able to relate to any of this, make sure you share it with your friends. That will help me grow. And make sure you follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channels. I'll see you next time.